Alright, here we have our little 72 Oldsmobile Cutlass wagon. It's a little bit of a project car depending on which angle or which direction you want to go with this, but this was a car I was going to kind of keep for myself. I've had it for a little while, but we have a little bit of a storage issue here, as most of you car guys and girls know. It kind of tends to happen. So I have about 5 project vehicles that kind of keep them for myself, and we'll put some up at low reserve and see if somebody else wants to take over the vision I had, or actually their own vision. But briefly, I'll tell you what I had planned when I saw this. I was going to leave the outside aesthetics pretty much this, as you see it, and I was going to lower down to Hotchkiss suspension. They got just a killer suspension system nowadays. I was going to upgrade the brakes just a little bit, nothing crazy. Do some Flowmaster exhaust, and you know, with it lowered down, I was going to put on a set of 20-inch staggered US mag wheels. They make a killer wheel, looks a lot like the factory Oldsmobile, Chevelle, Ford Rally type wheel. And then I was going to replace the front bench seat that's worn out and put some bucket seats in there and do them to match with the console. Maybe a mild cam and some tunes, but I was just going to kind of see how it went there and just kind of cruise the family around. But this is going to be one of them that's going to go up, super low reserve, might do no reserve, I don't know. I'm kind of in love with this thing. But so we'll get into the car's history a little bit. It's almost a one owner. We got it from the second owner. And they had it since the early 70s. I think it's 75 the title is, so it's got a 1975 title, which is super cool. Mostly original paint. It's got the original type paint patina. The front had been done at some point a long time ago, and it's so it's got just aged a little bit differently. You know, it's got just kind of you'll see the white underneath from the primer where it's chipped and stuff like that. It just stands out a little bit more than like here. It's chipped, but it's more just dried wax in there from throughout the years. And but it does have some little wear and tear. If you want to go all stock, you're going to want to redo the, you know, tires. They're old radial, or not radials, they're old bias ply. This thing has been sitting pretty much inside, also with us, so you know it's been inside all of its life. But with the since the 80s, and you'll see up on the hoist video, I've left this thing just as we bought it, just as it was sitting, driven once in a while, always fired up, but it does have some cobwebs underneath and stuff like that. But I wanted to sell it in the state I found it because I love cars like that, so I want to pass it on to the next woman or man, so they can kind of have that same find to it. But these cars are super hard to find. You know, one of the things I was super excited about was the lens condition, because these are really hard to find. I mean, they do have some aging, don't get me wrong. Unfortunately, this was the real bummer on driving home. This piece blew off. So you'll have to find yourself one of these. I was like, what happened? But I've they don't call this Evergreen State for no reason, but I've left it outside for just 2 days, and it's got some pine needles and stuff. But you know, you'll see all the photos. But you'll see it's really nice condition on the top. You know, a little bit of surface rust here. The only real rust is you'll see on the bottom of the fender here, which I would leave, no biggie. It just goes with the look of the car, and it's starting right here. And then on the inside of the rear tailgate, you'll see in the pictures, and I'll show you here, there's a panel that just unscrews, and it's rusted, so it's not actually a structural or actual part of the car. It's just a piece that screws on and screws off. You know, it's got a little crease here, little crease there, little bumps, kind of tells its story. You know, you're gonna have chips throughout this. You know, throughout, I couldn't count all of them, but I love it. You know, it just looks like a family cruiser. It looks like it's been out doing some war on the road. It does have a little bit, that's right down here. Little bit of rust right there. And again, there's photos of this, and it's not as bad as I'm making it look right here, but it's up on the hoist, and I'm underneath it, so you can see how solid it is. Rear glass, all the glass is just killer, all original. You know, this is one of my favorite parts about this thing. Oops, gotta get the right key. Switch works from the outside and the inside. Look how fast that guy goes. Just legit. And then it goes down like this all the way. And this is the panel I was talking about. You know, and it has been out here raining, so you know, it does get a little wet in here, just on this area. So you know, gonna need seals. Something I was gonna do, but you can get them all. It's just great. And then also, which works awesome. Oh, let's see here. How do you get the, I think the glass has got to go all the way down. How does this work? Hold on here. Get the, there we go. So you gotta have the glass all the way down for this side to open up for some reason. It must have a trigger on the inside. So super cool. I don't know why they designed it this way, but really utilitarian. Headliner looks good. You might find yourself a little bit of wear here and there. You know, it's a little dirty, it's a little dusty, you know, just the way I found it. And you know, got some little bug that died up in there, but you know, it's got a locking gas cap that they put on it, and in the glove box is the original in the locking gas cap box, and the box is ancient, but really nice condition. Kind of a cool color, not a color you really see a whole lot of. You know, you don't see a lot of the Vista Cruisers, but you tend to see, if it's going to be an Oldsmobile wagon, it's going to usually be a Vista Cruiser. So it's cool that I don't have that. You know, I'm not actually. I like the glass on the Vista Cruiser, but I like how this has just a smooth top. The rear seat's primo. I was on the fence, you know, probably do the carpet once I had the seat out because it'd be so easy. But you can see the seat. It's comfy, but you know, it needs a cover at the very minimum. Little slit here. All these cool original decals. You can see there's no overspray, no tape markings, hasn't been painted this far back. It's just the front clip, and it was done a long time ago. It's definitely single stage. No cracks on the dash, a little dust. One of these old registration things. Really just wanted to leave this stuff for you guys with a dome cover. And if somebody doesn't take it, you know, I'll hoard it off to the side and I'll finish it off. But you know, the brakes, so it needs exhaust. It sounds exactly like if you've ever seen the movie Christine at the very end. It runs good, always fires up, doesn't have any type of battery draw or issue like that. But it sounds exactly like Christine, which when I first fired it up, just kind of flashed back to my childhood. You know, 350, you know, hasn't been pressure washed, but really it's pretty clean for the way it's been sitting here, you know, in the garage. At their place for all those years. It's just killer. I mean, everything works on it, all the lights. This is cracked. Down here. Lower bumper's got some surface rust again. I was just gonna rock it. You know, the paint just isn't as shiny here. I'm assuming that this is where it had some issue, and they, you know, don't feel any or hear any Bondo, but it just doesn't have that same kind of sheen to it as this side does, and the rest when the door's back do. Take you around here to the passenger side. The door panels are just in phenomenal shape. I mean, you know, one thing I was going to add, I mean, all the wing windows, you know, you can see the door locks worked. The windows go up and down real quick. Because I don't know who designed these things back in the day, but they make huge cars with no passenger side mirror. They got a 66 DeVille, same way. But really cool. So I was going to put a passenger side mirror on because they're easy to do. Original gas cap. Check this bad boy out. It's a Rex locking gas cap for $6.59. God knows when that was. Looks almost like a radiator cap. And then it's got some really old touch-up paint. Holy Lord. Well, the paint is like, I'm not sure what this is, but if it's hardened paint or what, but it slides out. But it's a touch-up stick or something, scrape dried paint film. Has the color on there. Not too sure, but it's just cool kind of old packaging. I was just gonna leave it in the glove box. Stereo works. It's cool. It's got this hideaway deal for the ashtray. Gauges are really nice and clear. You know, we'll take you back here. Little ashtray, baby ashtray. You know, it goes down, but look at the, oh man, I got some Pine Needle City. Good Lord. That's the bummer about this state. You can't leave stuff outside even very long at all. You know, lock's nice. Gosh, the door panels in these things is just crazy. The problem is with these, doing this for a living, is you fall in love with everything you buy, and then when you go to like do a video or pictures, you re-fall in love with it, and it's like, oh my gosh, should I get rid of this thing? Goes nice. Little baby ashtray, got a old peanut in there. got the, let's see, oh, I'm going the wrong way here. No, this one's a little stuck on the wing window. I had it open, so all the goes up a nice, and then this is supposed to move the mirror. It does not. So I'll mess with this a little bit. I don't want to get crazy with it. All the lights work. I'm gonna fire it up so you can hear the old 350 rocket, and it's might not do it as good on the video, but you'll hear the exhaust leak, and you'll see in the underside video. It just sounds just like Christine, but just a cool little car. I hope somebody takes it, but yet I also hope somebody doesn't. It's kind of one of those situations. Life's battle between want and need, but good luck, everybody, and if you do take it, I hope you keep me posted on what this thing looks like when you're done.